should be good. Clarion, Night Market, and then Atlas's Lab will be the last map. Should it go all 3 games, which may very well be the case here. You see the draft on your screen. Chrono Boost, Adrenaline Rush, the Octavia banned away by the Bunn Bonanza. Wisely done, probably. As you know, Joker favorites that specific striker. As you see the rest of the draft unfold here, Yoshi, what sticks out to you?
Well, first of all, I'm seeing that on Showtime, there is no Shianzu. He is being subbed out for Zay Forever, who, this is his 3rd week playing in NASL, played for Demons Raw the last 2 weeks, and is here again on the Kai. I think it's a very interesting pick, very strong with Chrono Boost. Like to see it. I'm also noticing a Juliet from Scyther 12, a pick that he's not super known for, but with that Adrenaline Rush start, we could see some crazy Dash Punch KOs, take some people off the map, and then that guy will be moving.
Yeah, you mentioned, of course, Zay, who was traded from Demons Raw, now after their 2-week suspension, over here to Showtime, who needed the extra midfielder. But in his first 2 matches with Demons Raw, Zay is number 1 in shots per 10 minutes at about 33 shots every 10 minutes, and number 1 in redirects per 10 minutes at 109, or almost 110 redirects. So he's getting up there in terms of the numbers that has been putting in the work for Demons Raw. Now it's time to step in here for Showtime against this Bunn Bonanza squad, who is incredibly tight-knit. So we'll see whether or not Zay is able to step into the role here and play that same synergistic role and feed Joker the core the way he likes it. Of course, in this case, the Project Expanse orb in the center there will be helping Joker find that goal, but hopefully Zay can start filling that role as we get 2 other forms of the test chambers.
Yeah, Zay's here looking to put on a show, really getting the stats up there and trying to win best or most valuable sub of the series, or of the season. Looking good. We saw Scyther 12 get the big orb, not able to do much with it, but a barrier goes down for Showtime, which is, hey, you know, something good. Burns core flip from Zay Forever too, so Bun's looking pretty favored at this point right now.
Looking like it. Liari will burn her energy burst, and now Scyther coming in. There's the Flying Phoenix, but isn't quite going to catch it. Megaverse barely able to catch it, but Liari's there on the rebound. Now back up to Scyther, and there's no one there to stop the core. Well done in order to find that quick thinking shot into the goal. 1 goal apiece here for both our teams.
Yep, going 1-1. Moving on to Project Xenocloak, formerly known as Side Streets. Things are going to get really dangerous in these little cubbies with this. Both Asher and Juliet on the field, but now both barriers are down for Showtime, and Scyther 12 is looking to put it in right now.
Comes
Bang.
in on the Flying Phoenix. Will take care of business there every time. And one of the things, of course, this Bunn Bonanza squad does, they are the antithesis of a damage composition. They're not looking for that nearly as much. They are looking to keep possession of the core at all times possible. That was what netted them the best results in Season 3 and throughout the entirety of playoffs last season as well. And Scyther was able to continuously put things away. Of course, Lilybunn oftentimes was playing a melee goalie. This time around is on this Aimee pick, given the Chrono Boost start. So we'll be looking maybe to get even more involved on the offensive lines when the opportunity might present itself. But we'll see whether or not that actually becomes a reality. There's one. Glitch Pop will be able to find 1 goal barrier. Scyther Flying Phoenix comes up just a little bit shy. But it looks like even still, Bonanza will keep possession and will take both goal barriers. Scyther back in the corner, punches to himself. Lilybunn flips in. There it is. Lilybunn causing enough of a disruption up front. And there's that energy burst used by Scyther.
Yeah, what an insane play by Scyther, who dribbled it in the corner right there, used the punch to get core flip, and then rip it right on the line and put it in. Super well played, and I'm really interested to see what he's going to be picking here. I see bulk up on the table, and it does go straight to him. Scyther 12 getting a little bit of stagger, getting a little bit of power, looking very dangerous. So that means Orb Dancer is going to Zay Forever, who's going to be the fastest guy in the field by far because of it. Which is really scary because Kai can just cover so much space all the time with just his higher base speed and chrono boost. Also see Megaverse get team player, and that's That's a really strong awakening. It's really good when you can just win off the core going faster because you hit it as opposed to when the enemy team hits it. Anyway, Zay Forever is getting beat up and hunted down right now. Kai might be moving fast, but unfortunately, he is a little on the frail side these days. And
Don't need to worry about
proc.
Don't need to worry about how fast he moves when, in fact, he's sitting in the penalty box. There's another KO coming in from Scyther. Takes Joker off of the pitch, and possession will be kept by the Bunn Bonanza, but with that Expanse Orb coming out, couldn't quite find the pass to get it forward, and Zay interrupts things. Blazing Pace on forward, finds a barrier for himself. Joker can't defend his own barrier off of the respawn. Here comes Zay again, interrupted by the energy burst from Liari. Interesting use there to stun Zay and help out her goalie. Scyther, energy burst, 50-50. Megaverse can't quite get there in time, and Scyther will be able to come away with that one. 4 straight now for the Bunn Bonanza.
Yeah, on a roll, and as you mentioned earlier, Bunn has always favored these like super core control comps, which makes the Juliet pick from Scyther really interesting because usually he plays Rasmus, Kazan, things like that have a lot of options, and Juliet is not known for her core control options. She walks around at a brisk pace, she dashes, she punches, and then she gets kills. But I think on this Adrenaline Rush start, just farming the KOs for the Adrenaline Rush speed is really, really big and can make up that difference in tools really well. It also allows you to just farm like chain KOs over and over, especially because of how hard it is to play in the 2v3. But that's the goalie dead. Liari holding it down right there. Scyther also doing a little bit of help. And it looks like they're able to weather the storm, but now Lilybunn is back. The net's still open and Liari is low.
Immediately uses the Cypher Swipe to get involved in the play. Joker still there, top of the key, can't find it. Megaverse tries to get involved here, though. It's actually coming up pretty far forward. You see the triangle formation maintained here by Showtime. It comes off of the path splitter at a weird angle and will sneak past Lilybunn, who wasn't quite expecting that one. Finally, getting another goal here for Showtime as they're looking to establish themselves, but felt like it took everything and then more for them to get that goal.
Yeah, it took a lot to break the Bunn streak, but now that they've done it, a little bit of momentum on their side, they might be able to pull together and get something done. Zay Forever picking up orbs. He's been able to stack up all 5, and we'll be getting that, I believe, 60% movement speed. Yeah, crazy off of every orb he picks up. But we see Joker floating around the midfield a lot, which is great on this map, trying to get it in, but in general, just like Asher is like Julie and just doesn't have kind of core control tools that you need to make things happen. And Scyther 12 is able to run around really, really fast and put it in just like that off the Now Mine.
Megaverse tries to sniff that play out before it happens, but when there's multiple members of the Bunn Bonanza in the box coming for you, very difficult to cover all possible options, and the opening was found. Now Scyther 12 has the Maelstrom Orb, looking for the dribble here. There's a beautiful Firewall Sentry, but it doesn't result in that. Both energy bursts expended to find one barrier. Joker is going to have his here as well. Zay now goes for the Blazing Pace, looking to find a way to get this down to Joker, but the clear angle from Lilybunn is down there at the bottom side, and now doing an excellent job for the Bunn Bonanza of just playing keep away from Joker, striking it to the other side of the pitch where he's not. Calm, cool, and collected, but there's a shot from Zay. It'll find a barrier, and then Joker will be able to collect 2 energy bursts used on that point for Showtime. They're looking to come away with this one before the match gets out of hand, but again, many resources needed to be burned here. That said, hardly anybody is high on energy, and now Joker immediately getting right back in there. There's both barriers immediately falling. Lilybunn will finally be able to get out there with the Firewall Sentry, and now a shot goes back the other way. Looks like things might calm down here for a second, but no, Zay has other plans. Gets in there with the Blazing Pace and the Barrage to follow it up. Showtime, it equalizes our set score.
Yeah, huge play by Zay, able to get it through. Half the Barrage was body blocked by Liari, but unfortunately the other half slipped the ball right into the net there. And now Zay has a really tough choice. Does he double down on orbs, or does he let Catalyst go through? It's like he's picking up the orbs, but that means that Catalyst can be picked up by Scyther, but instead he passes it up for more stagger, a little bit of reverb, CDR, pairing well with his existing build, but that means that Catalyst goes to Asher. Both those characters, Julie and Asher, can just drop their ult with Catalyst and farm so much energy because of how many hits it has, and just instant core flip hack. Otherwise, the rest of the draft went pretty well. Liari got hot shot. Megaverse got denied recovery drone, but we'll be picking up aerials instead for a little bit more speed and a long range hook. It'll be pretty nice.
Yeah. Really like a lot of these drafting strategies. You know, you mentioned Scyther. Worth noting, of course, we've only seen 2 Stagger Awakenings, and Scyther has both. So the opportunity for even a 3rd Stagger Awakening to get stacked on top of what he already has could potentially play a role, especially looking towards something like the peak performance, playing more towards that core control composition that they like to do for the Bunn Bonanza will be beautiful. Nice cyber swipe in from Lilybunn, using that energy burst to find that goal. But on the flip side of that as well, Joker coming in with this Catalyst now has that Reptile Remedy plus Catalyst. This guy's going to be near impossible to get out of the goal box. He's going to be able to just stand wherever he wants to, basically, especially once he gets a Stagger Awakening. And it's going to be very difficult for him to get shoved away, and he's almost always going to have a little bit of extra energy to find those further evades, find another play with a burst or something of the sort. Now here comes Zay again, flying in on the Blazing Case. Joker gets KO'd, but finds the shot from the grave. Somehow, some way, that will go in, and he'll get credit for it. Still Showtime here, and Joker showing, again, not going down without a fight.
Yeah, not going down without a fight, indeed. Scyther 12 was hunting him that entire point. He said, you know what, if I'm going down, might as well take a point with me. And that he did. Insane. And now has a core flip again. He just died, came back, and now he's flipping it up, getting barriers with it. Catalyst is looking pretty good right now. Pretty nice pickup for Joker here. Probably feeling really happy about it right now.
One barrier falls. Zay now moving up here, looking for Joker, but Liari gets in the way. Scyther gets pulled back and won't be able to make a play on the core, thanks to the Death Touch, but there's the dash punch combination. Fiery Flurry out here as well. There's Lilybunn forward, and the onslaught gets thrown at the Showtime net. Takes Megaverse down with him, and it will be set point once more for the Bunn Bonanza.
Yeah, insane Julie performance coming out from Scyther 12. And I mentioned it earlier, but really with Adrenaline Rush, you can just chain KOs so easily. And it's not even necessarily that you get 8 seconds off your CDs. I mean, it helps. Let's be very clear. It's pretty useful. Wow, very close. But the way that the enemy team has to play the 2v3 means that they're going to be standing near walls a lot more often, trying to play the core and not let them just get swept by the man advantage. And it makes it easy to just keep farming dash punches.
Megaverse forward on the Whiplash there, able to find a barrier for himself. Now trying to hold the line, but the Fiery Flurry will get in the way of doing just that. Joker now looking down for Zay, collects it, pops the Blazing Pace, does have Energy Burst, elects to use it here, gets a pass, but it'll actually find the net itself, as Joker wasn't quite ready for it. Set point for both teams again, and we could start seeing things sway either way. This one looking incredibly close here, Yoshi.
Yeah, definitely. Great shot by Zay. Unfortunately, somehow, some way, and I did not see it. It was quite literally an off-screen death. Zay got knocked out and now has 0 orb stacks before having 3. But Joker doesn't care about any of that.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at all.
Who needs your orb stacks when you've got a full energy burst thanks to the Catalyst? I mean, you don't need that. Who needs that?
Who needs that?
Walks forward, takes care of business. Zegas first pick here in this next draft.
Yeah, looking to deny that peak performance from Scyther and have a little bit of stagger to himself, but that leaves stacks on stacks or heavy impact for Scyther, which are both insane. Going for Rampage, though, also really good. This is looking a bit like a Juliet draft, but that means Joker gets stacks on stacks, which with that Reptile Remedy, with that Catalyst, means that he is nearly immortal and he is going to be moving around. And that means that really Showtime is just so much faster than Bunn here. You're going to have so much more coverage over the field, and it's going to be so much easier for them to claim objectives, especially with these orbs and with this catalyst to just core flip in every situation you need. You know, I need to get a barrier. You core flip for it. Oh, I need to get a kill. You can core flip for it or do whatever Zay Forever just did. You know, they have full control of the game here, it feels like.
Joker close to his own, but Scyther able to find the punish against Megaverse. This one's going to go back the other way real fast. Finds both barriers, a couple of extra rampage stacks. Sorry, Flurry won't connect as Joker has an evade for that. Zay looking to send this one away, but no. Scyther will still maintain possession and collect the goal there. Other thing I want to note here, and something that Megaverse was looking to do there, is having both aerials and chrono boost earlier, is not afraid to keep walking forward when he has that Whiplash secondary online, a little bit of extra movement speed for the Rasmus himself, not being afraid to go on forward on a lot of different test chamber stages here. Doesn't even matter, though, when your forwards are able to take care of business even still. Joker finds the energy burst, has yet another one. There's that catalyst again, and throws it into the net. We're still almost even.
Yeah, wow. I mean, after watching the last series, I was worried, like, oh, this is just going to be, like, it's going to be fine. It's going to be pretty good. But we are watching two top-of-the-line teams in the NASL duke it out on Clarion Test Chamber. And this is insane. Scyther going for a dash punch. Zay Forever has a core flip. They already had a core flip. Zay Forever is low. Zay Forever had a core flip. There's a lot going on out here. Zay Forever's dead!
Scyther. Zay down. Scyther able to find both barriers yet again. Off of the adrenaline rush, looking to find the goal too. And will be able to do just that with Liari's assistance. Well done again. And while Scyther makes the play and Scyther's in the position, it's still the midfielder and the goalie that are funneling the core right on up to him. Liari, once again, perfect position, able to take care of business. Now that Firewall Sentry goes down, continues to apply this pressure for the Bunn Bonanza, but hold on, Joker's got an energy burst, and that means at least one of your barriers are going down. Megaverse will take it nearly himself, gets it up to Joker using the Whiplash, and he'll be able to put it away. Now it's game point for Showtime.
Yeah, wow. Like you said, Chrono Boost and aerials on Megaverse. This guy's moving at rapid paces, able to just go wherever he wants. Scyther 12, though, does have 6 rampage stacks. This guy's a little big and took a lot of damage, getting healed up by the lifeline coming out from now. Very nice. And I thought, starting that last point, that Bunn would just sweep. Because, you know, Scyther 12 is massive. Hard to get through this guy.
Oh.
But Showtime is holding on. They want to win this game now. They do not want to let it go to another set.
I do not know how
trying.
that clear happened. I genuinely don't know how that clear happened, and Mega still has his energy burst that he can use too. Now Zay's got his own, almost will get away with it, but no, Scyther's there on the punish with the dash punch. Liari also low on stagger here, but of course it's the Bunn power play. Here's the energy burst from Megaverse, but it goes right over to Liari, who's able to find the barrier, and then Scyther is able to bring it home. We're on to a set 5 in game 1.
Going straight to set 5. Some crazy clears coming out from Showtime. Seeing a little bit of that Megaverse magic. And, oh, that's a little bit of Might of Colossus coming out for Scyther 12. Could also take 1-2 punch. You know, weakest Juliet Awakening ever. 1-2 punch.
No.
Might be pretty strong. Quick Strike also on board. Also really good. Yeah, wow.
Basically had your pick of the litter there.
Yeah, like, even Explosive Entrance is good. Like, all of these are good. Joker denying the Monu from Liari, not letting that go through. And Megaverse getting specialized training might come into play in a very interesting way. Might be able to cheese some goofy little KOs out here. There's a lot of power floating around this game, and there's a lot of unstaggered KOs that are going to be going on, I think. Especially like Liari picked up 1-2 punch. You can do some devious things on now with that.
Look, with Liari 1-2 punch, Lilybunn picks up Might of the Colossus, but also has recovery drone from earlier. So there's a little bit more size there as well. Nearly a goal goes in there, but able to get sent away. Now Zay forward again. Lilybunn still back, and the drone will start healing her up from Liari now on the forward, on the aggressive. Won't be able to get the job done that time. But even still, looks like we're in for a lot of the same here. In this second one, Scyther finds the kick to the barrier. Here's the energy burst. Will find the core. Liari tries to interrupt the thing here in the cloak. Will be able to do just that. Now Joker down to the bottom corner to himself with the primary. Lilybunn does have energy burst and will send it away. Right back on over to Mega Burst. Scyther keeps possession, looking for the dribble. Interrupted by the barrage, but is still able to find the strike down to the bottom corner. Still maintains his own energy burst here as well. This one is going to be a race to the finish line.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see Showtime pulling up with the full speed builds. Everyone's going fast, but Bunn going with power and size. Scyther 12.
Scyther!
Oh my god! Scyther 12.
Wow. That is your most improved and rookie of the season from last season. Showing that things were certainly not a fluke and starting to heat back up to the form of competitive play right here, but now gets KO. Joker finds it with the energy burst. Of course, not afraid of that because he'll have his back in no time with the catalyst. Megaburst moving forward. Has to be a little bit careful, floating with the edge. Liari will take the Maelstrom Orb. Zay, Giga Blast finds it on the connection. Will quell the game point nerves for now, but still anyone's couple of points here. These next few can go either way.
Yeah, Showtime saying the show's not over yet. Production's still going on. Scyther 12 had 6 Rampage stacks, now has 0. I think that's a really, really big deal. Because look at how small he is now compared to before. It didn't even pick up 1 right there. And Showtime has the momentum on this O2 Comfort Zone reverse sweep. All those other things you've heard before. Megaverse using his flip to get it out. Oh! Another Adrenaline Rush kill from Joker. And this point's looking like it's fully in favor of Showtime.
Looking now. Zay up for Joker. Can't quite find the connection. Lilybunn able to find the clear away. Megaverse trying to continue to keep this forward, but Liari's back online, and Scyther has control of the core. Zay steps forward. Energy Burst will find Joker off the corner. Finds the goal barrier. Now pass back up. Joker wins the strike war, and will send it through. It is a decisive goal here in game 1.
Yeah, Joker out there just skating. Got his stack set up. Was moving so fast. Had incredible patience on the strike board there to score. And it's crazy. We've got 2 members of a Season 2 Finesse right here in this game, and it's set 5.5. The curse lives on. The Finesse curse is always with us. And Megaverse is currently with us, putting on an insane performance as he holds his barrier.
Well done on the whiplash. Now it's going to finally fall. Liari looking forward, has the energy burst. Everything's going forward, but Lilybunn can't come up with it either. And the clear is made. Giga Blast out of Zay. Looking to keep this one out, and will do just that. Now back up to Joker on the top side. It'll hit a drone and actually fire backwards. Now Joker picks up the second barrier, looking for the finishing blow, but can't find it there. Zay back forward. Glitch pop not there in time. Joker gets the goal for Showtime, and they take game 1.
Oh my god. I mean, think about every time that game where you thought, wow, it's over. Bunn's just gonna win now. And then Showtime digs real deep and pulls out some things that you've never seen before and clutches up right there. Like, I said 5.5. Both barriers go down for Showtime, and I think, oh, Bunn's got this. GG, it's over. Pack it up, gang. We did it. And then they get both barriers. And then they score. Insane.
23-minute, 5-set game. Zay, another 58 shots, 230 redirects added on there, of course, funneling that core up to Joker. Much like Liari was funneling that core up to Scyther, taking 12 goals of his own, but it's still not quite enough as the final one falls to Showtime. And you see some of the replays there. You know what? I don't care. Like, the last one was entertaining to watch because people were flying off the screen left and right, right? That was the last match. This match is entertaining to watch because both these teams are trying to play a very core control centered style, and both these teams are incredibly good at finding ways to maintain possession and come up with creative plays to surprise their opponent. And it might not be as explosive as the last one, but it keeps you just as much on the edge of your seat. How about that save from Megaverse 2 on that replay with the whiplash? Able to scrape that one away. And if that doesn't get sent away, that very well could have been the goal in the game over the Bunn Bonanza. But no, instead, Showtime wins on the Bonanza's map pick, and now will be heading to their own on Night Market.
Yeah, Night Market. It seems definitely very Showtime favorite. I understand why they would pick that map. Unless we see another Juliet pick from Scyther 12. Could be possible. But I would not be surprised if Joker locks it in instead. And he was rather fond of the pick. And could go out there and play a very similar game that we saw from Scyther 12 last time. Walk around, look for dash punches, and then put it in. Pick up Adrenaline Rush, just start wrapping it up. That kind of thing. And I think Megaverse also really likes it. It's very Rasmus favored. And I think I really like the Rasmus on that map. It has the exact same barriers as Clarion. And if Megaverse is going to be pulling out saves like we just saw, I think I give it to Showtime here.
We'll have to see, of course. Part of this could be inspired by the way some of that Awakening drafts ends up sorting out. I would have imagined that if Quick Strikes wasn't on the table in that 5th set, that Might of the Colossus pickup would have been huge for Scyther, who, of course, had some extra size, had the extra power already, now gets even more power as the set continues to go on, assuming that you don't get KO'd by picking up even more of those goal barriers. That could have been an incredibly dangerous combination, but instead was forced into that Quick Strikes pick as an incredibly strong awakening for any striker on the pitch. So have to imagine that Scyther might have wished that could have gone another way, but at the end of the day, right, was still looking towards that kind of win condition of picking up as many of those stagger awakenings as possible, adding that extra power. Would have loved to have had that peak performance too in that 3rd set, but wasn't able to come away with the victory there. That one went over to Showtime and it was denied away. So yeah, a lot of interesting things, of course, to take a look back in that last game. But these teams have got to collect themselves heading right on to Night Market, where we're going to see more of the same, right? Expect to see more speed. The real thing I'm kind of wondering is whether or not we're going to see something along the lines of that Mako era come out. We don't often see that, I feel like, for either goalie midfield combination here, but obviously incredibly strong on Night Market could be something these teams are thinking about leaning into.
Yeah, definitely. Era is a very, very nice pick on Night Market. You show up and you're just very consistent. You're always moving pretty quick. And midfield on Night Market is just trying to win your strike wars in your lane to get it to your brawler and then hope that they do something. And that's what Era does. Kai also does that pretty well. Zay forever playing Kai, very fond of the pick. Might just roll a Kai. But yeah, I think if either of these teams pick Mako, they're definitely pretty favored. Very, very strong goalie. And hey, Bunn, it appears, has banned Era. Not letting that through. Not doing that at all. And so you're going to have to pull out some more creative midfield picks, which I guess is like Kai and Now, which might not be the most creative. Yeah,
whoa.
Big. We're really reaching deep here in the midfield pool.
You mentioned, of course, the Mako being incredibly strong. By the way, is 8 and 12 on the season so far, entering the day today. I think that probably win rate's probably likely to go down a little bit after today. I think a couple of teams lost with it a little bit earlier, but even still, you mentioned incredibly strong character. And now with the Rasmus getting banned away here as well, actually Showtime opting to ban away the Rasmus of Scyther rather than letting him pick it as the first pick on the blue side here. We'll see what ends up coming through, of course. Chrono Boost Siege Machine here, and Joker's Octavia is also still online, and there it is, gets locked in alongside that Mako we keep talking about in the 2nd and 3rd picks.
Yeah, well, a lot of interesting things to unpack here. First of all, Scyther's Rasmus was banned, so first pick X comes out, and I have to wonder why not Julie, first of all, but then why X here after banning Era and being first pick. I we'll have to see. Their other picks, full Bunn team comp, is Estelle and Finny. So I think X and Finny is not a terrible comp. X, if Finny debuff someone, you walk up, start beating the crap out of them. It works. It's pretty good. But Showtime picked Mako, Octavia, and now has an Asher. And Asher is, Diet Julie, Octavia on Chrono Boost start. Pretty strong. It's going to win a lot of, very consistently win midfield interactions, and then Mako is going to make them both bigger and faster, which is the two things those characters care about.
It'll be interesting to see who's playing what here between the Asher and the Octavia, of course. Joker likes to play it. For that matter, Zay likes to play it as well. So both really would love to do that. And that 6th pick Asher could also be a response to the Finny goalie that was picked. Going to be very easy to get this past the ranged goalie of Lilybunn. So we'll see whether or not this works out, because it's definitely a different look for the Bunn Bonanza, who, by the way, is down. But you mentioned this first pick X, and I feel like it was talked about in Twitch chat earlier today. It feels almost impossible to deny the X of anything in an Awakenings draft ever right now. He either gets a Stagger Awakening, he gets an Energy Awakening, he gets a Dash Awakening, he gets a Damage Awakening. Like, what's not to like, right? There's unless you're forced into Creation Awakening, which I think there's probably only like one specific scenario where like all 3 Creation Awakenings show up at once, you're basically set. Even then, Castellas is currently one of those 3 Creation Awakenings. So you take that and you're fine. So no wonder maybe that X is starting to see a rise in priority, just given the current Awakening pool and given the way things are currently playing out. But we'll see whether or not it's going to be able to get things done here, especially against that Mako of Megaverse. And we'll see what ends up coming through here for them and who is playing what. And most likely, of course, the more I think about it, is Zay on the Octavia, which is incredibly weird to see the Octavia in the game and it to not be Joker. But I do believe that's exactly what we're going to see, and it is, as things load in here to Game 2 Night Market for our second game. Showtime up 1-0.
Yep. I'm very interested to see how this goes. I definitely agree with what you said about X. He likes everything. Everything is good on X. X is just a character that, when people talk about X scaling, set 3X, it's because he just gets everything. And hey, set 1X, putting on a bit of a show right now. Just getting through the defenses there, mowing through the barriers, and getting the goal. And I think both of these teams really are, scale to the moon kind of teams. You've got the X on one side, and you've got Octavia on the other. And both of them are picks that become so much better after a couple drafts. And so, really have to see which team can win early on, get those draft priorities, and start getting the things that they want, and prevent the enemy, scaling characters to get too far ahead and start doing some devious things.
We'll see who's able to scale first, but oh no, one's going to slip past Lilybunn. It will be Joker, of course, credited with that goal. But yeah, I mean, we saw both teams able to draft incredibly well in the last one, right? With a bunch of different Awakenings options. And you have to imagine that'll be the case here, although very specific ones that an Octavia is looking for. Could potentially be looking to take some of those Stagger Awakenings, especially given the earliness of things here and how things seem to be going with Lilybunn on this Finny, but also seems as though there's enough damage of their own. Scyther take it off the pitch first in this point. Megaverse looking to get this one up to Joker. Has to be a little bit careful as the bell ringer nearly catches him off guard. But Zeo go in the flow state, get this core up to Joker. Now looking to collect the core himself and is still able to send it forward. Joker walks up and sends it through the goal line.
Yep, just like that. And again, like you mentioned, this Asher and Finny matchup is it's pretty good for Asher. That's a character that is good at scoring on ranged goalies who don't have tools. You walk up in their face, you drop a primary, ranged goalie says, well, I did my best. I did what I could. there's an Asher on top of me, and then it goes in. And sometimes it's that easy. But wow, you know what else is easy? KO and Octavia. Here, Trez, 0 stagger. Bye bye.
Goodbye. You'll have to sit out for a minute, Zay, and Scyther will be able to find one barrier off of this. But Bonanza doesn't have quite the same offensive presence. I feel like we saw from them in the last game and that we're used to seeing overall. Lilybunn, because Joker is so far forward, forced to stay a little bit further back. Doesn't really matter there, as Liari's still able to get it up to Scyther here to equalize our first set. But that's something else I'm going to be looking out on is, this team of Bonanza really likes to keep that tight triangle together. How well are they going to be able to do that with a Lilybunn and this Finny, which might have less tools to be able to do just that? Now Zay comes in on the beat drop, able to take down one barrier, and Joker is still in position here. Try to come away with this one. Here's the flow state as well. Zay looking to try to keep it up, but actually we'll just retreat back to the orb. Joker still in position as the Fat Splitter comes through. Here's the energy burst from Zay. It'll find the barrier as both Liari and Lilybunn won't be able to take the core away. Scyther looks for the energy burst himself, but Megaverse will still be able to send it away at least once. Now Liari comes in under Rose Warp, has the energy burst. Weird angle! And Scyther comes in on the bull rush to take the first set for the Bunn Bonanza.
Yeah, X-Train coming through. I don't know if he was just trying to kill Zay or looking to intercept the cross clear there. Either way, and Megaverse passing it over to Zay, and suddenly Scyther 12 spawns in between them and has been rewarded with Might of the Colossus. We've got a big guy on the field, and that's really, really big. Also, I just took a little look at the gear selection, and Scyther 12 has pummelers, which means he's looking to get someone on the Finny debuff, one punch them to the moon, and then start moving 30% faster. Which is, I think, a pretty strong win condition here. See some Stagger Awakenings go to Liari. Megaverse gets Prime Time, and Joker gets Rapid Fire, which is a little scary for Bunn. And, I don't know, both drafts are looking pretty good here.
How about Zay picking up the Among Titans as the last thing
that guy's
here?
moving.
Now, this tiny Octavia is moving, but quite literally among Titans, positioned right here between both the X and the Asher, each with the boosted size in that last Awakenings draft. Be interesting to see here for this Octavia, because of course you like to think of Octavia as this striker that likes using at least a little bit of size, right? Doesn't want to sacrifice it, certainly. But it'll take the speed nonetheless, and maybe it'll be enough to try to dodge away from a lot of the other abilities that are coming this Octavia's way. You mentioned the debuff, you mentioned, of course, Scyther coming in on the X Maximus, but it'll be Lilybunn actually getting KO'd first. Or we'll drift up here to the top side. Liari still able to send it away. Zay does have energy burst, as does Scyther, and Joker is incredibly close. But it does look like we'll see Lilybunn come back online. Liari will come back on forward, but now Zay going to intercept things for just a moment. That angle will work. Connects with the barrier, and here comes Beat Drop in for Zay. Liari, though, still finds the barrier with the energy burst. Now Scyther collects the core and finds a KO with the Bell Ringer. Now sent away by the Pass Splitter of Joker, who also has an energy burst that could kill for some time here. Liari tries to throw everything towards the goal, but the triple take actually will be able to save it away, and Megaverse won't get the shot off the energy burst into the net. Now here comes a what? Okay, I don't quite know what happened to my screen, but that was in fact a bull rush that Scyther was able to activate, and that came forward. So Bunn Bonanza will take the first goal here in set 2.
That guy's rocking out with 164 power in overtime, hitting the core a little hard.
Moonwalking while doing it.
Yeah, wow. A silly little game, small amount of power. Speaking of power, Asher has base 125 power. The thing people don't talk about enough. And just killed Liari with it.
Oh, weird bounce off that middle barrier. Zay still able to find the connection to Joker. Almost interrupts the energy burst from Lilybunn, but she'll be able to find the clear with the core flip. Perfect pitch. We'll be able to connect here. Trying to keep the pressure up for Showtime, but Scyther will pop the X Maximus, taking care of Joker and alleviating some of that pressure. Though Zay does have that flow state. It'll deactivate just in the nick of time. Now has an energy burst, but Scyther will interrupt it there as well, preventing the core from going at blazing next speeds. But oh no, actually gets misdirected off that middle barrier again. Joker comes away with it and comes away with the barrier as a result. There's that bull rush again, but it doesn't matter. It goes right back to the hands of Joker, sends it to the top corner.
Yeah, wow. The core is moving so fast here. Now, we've got a really interesting battle going on of Tiny Octavia trying to dodge all this damage, and the Finian X trying to pick someone to just assassinate. And it looks like they figured it out where Zay is going to be really hard to kill because of how fast and small he is, but Joker is a big target, a big slow target. Just does not have movement options, and it looks like they are trying to knock him out, chip him down, and it's really working. Like last point, Scyther 12 was able to get that pummeler speed boost off that, but Joker doesn't care, because if he's not knocked out, he is going to be mowing through the Bunn defense here.
The other thing here too, of course, with that little bit of extra base stagger that the Asher has, all in all, doesn't actually need to sweat everything, right? Can evade maybe one or two of the largest hits out of the X Maximus, or the Bell Ringer itself, and call it a day for the most part. Still just looking to keep position forward and keep that pressure online. Zay in the flow state, looking to rack up that little bit of extra speed here, but now the core is going to get away from him, and that flow state will immediately dissipate. There's a piercing shot. Liari looking for Scyther. Actually, Scyther going to pick up the orb. Looks like possession going to go back over to Showtime now, looking the other way potentially. Scyther does have energy burst here. Liari is close. There's the bull rush again. There's the energy burst, but Mega Burst still able to find the defense here, holding the line. And Zay looking to try to come away with this. There's the beat drop as well in the flow state. Now down to Joker. Brilliant play from all of Showtime on a beautiful transition from Megaverse's goal all the way over to Joker throwing that one in. It is a set for Showtime. They equalize our scoreline.
Yeah, bringing it even. And now here we're seeing a lot of awakenings, like most drafts, but a lot of good ones. Reverb going straight to Zay Forever, who wants that CDR and just wants to survive a little bit longer. Orb Dancer going to Liari would be really nice, but Rampage on Joker. Huge deny from Scyther 12, who has Colossus, but also just, big Joker. That's really strong. It's going to be getting a lot done. Other Orb Awakening going straight to Megaverse, which could be really, really nice when Megaverse picks up an Orb after doing a little bit of teammate buffing, and then goes and starts holding down secondary again, buffing the teammates, and 2 stacks of Rampage already. Zay Forever will be putting it in. Showtime just has a lot to work with.
Especially now that Zay has to be a little less worried about getting KO'd thanks to grabbing that Stagger Awakening. Obviously was able to run away from things for a little while on the last one, but now has a little bit of extra wiggle room to work with here. Joker, though, low on Stagger. X Maximus almost going to finish the job, but doesn't quite do that. Now Zay looking forward here, trying to take care of business himself on this Octavia. Make Joker proud, perhaps, is what he's thinking. Scyther, another beautiful bull rush, but the KO comes through against Liari. Power play opportunity, no, never mind. Scyther is able to find a KO against Joker. And it's a 2v2 on the stage right now. Zay going to be able to keep away from Scyther here for a little while longer and looking to kill for a little more time. There's the energy burst as Joker comes back online. Megaverse steps forward here, almost up the midfield line, trying to keep this one, and now finally Joker's in position. Zay has to retreat, though, in order to find an orb and trying to stay alive. But there's that triple take debuff out on top of Zay. Lilybunn not letting him get away with anything. But we're back in overtime. Joker on the dribble. Over to Zay, who's still able to keep it down to him. Gonna dodge things for now and retreat back for the orb to stay alive. Now comes back forward again. Here's the flow state. But Scyther's in. The bull rush one more time. Still can't quite find it. Finally, the barrier will fall. for Joker, and it'll fall on the other side as well. Megaverse does have an energy burst here. Joker doesn't quite have the speed that he'd like to try to get forward, to try to challenge something. Now picks up the gate, can't quite find it. Here's the flow state. Zay looking forward. No, the core flip isn't going to connect, and still the goal is going to stay out. Bunn Bonanza still holding on for dear life at the moment. Zay going to lose the flow state, though. Scyther sends it back the other way. Now there's the piercing shot. Down to Scyther. Can't quite find it. Megaverse sends it down to the bottom side. Perfect pitch. Almost gets it back to the Joker, who's now very low. Now staggered. Has to be incredibly careful here. Sends it back up to the top side. Lilybunn, that was dangerous. And Joker's all over it. Takes care of that goal as well. And it is another set point for Showtime.
Shortest night market point going on there. It's just an absolute brawl going on the left side of the screen, while Megaverse and Zay Forever are trying to hold on the right side. But here we see Joker getting his 2 Rampage stacks back, getting both barriers, and looking a little large. Looking a little close to dead there. Jump scare, but now with the Mako speed trying to go in. And it's hard to see Showtime not winning this set right here.
Gotta be something the Bunn Bonanza has to make an adaptation here. Yari right back up to the top side. Gets it around Joker that time. Lilybunn finally starting to creep forward, but here comes Joker to shoo her away. That's exactly the name of the game right now, and now Liari has to burn the Rose Warp just to get back. Saves that one. Scyther trapped in the ensnare drums for just a moment. Liari trying her best to get it back up to him, but can't get the job done just quite yet. Overtime now. Core goes a little bit faster. Looks like the speed up has been adjusted to now, but no. The pass is going to be clean from Megaverse over to Joker, and they are 1 set away from getting this match.
Yeah, what a beautiful pass, and then Joker redirecting it perfectly to maintain the core speed, and that's Octavia with Quick Strike. Or Catalyst if you want, but Quick Strike probably a little bit better. Or Cast, hey, take your pick, buddy, you've earned it. You won the set. And it looks like Joker will be picking up Catalyst for a 2nd game in a row. And Deadeye, really great on Finny. It's going to be really nice. It's going to help to knock out Joker. But if he's just farming energy off of these hits, especially that triple take, I don't know. It's a dangerous game Bunn's playing right now. But we are on set 3. This is where X starts to really get in business. No, we're on set 4. I lied. Sorry. I'm lying for fun. But this guy has Might of Colossus, Recovery Drone, and 1-2 Punch. 156 power and a Dream. Wow.
Still going to get rattled, though. Knocked around and is staggered himself. Triple take going to keep it forward, though, and is able to find the punch to the barrier. Fiori back to Lilybunn. Looking for the top side. Scyther wasn't there. Opted to retreat away, trying to stay alive. And now Joker looks to go for the KO. Can't find it there. Core will drift north of the goal barrier. Scyther still low, still staggered. Now the recovery drone will proc, get him away, even just temporarily. But he'll have to pick up that orb nonetheless. And possession goes back over to Showtime. Zay in the flow state looking down for the Joker. But no, Core will get killed down to the bottom side. And we're back in overtime. Flow state actually still online somehow by Zay. Using that primary, keeping it online. Here's the beat drop. The goal barrier will finally fall. Mega Burst on the wrong side of the core there with the drum and bass. Scyther credited with the goal. And hey, the Bunn Bonanza will take anything they can get right now to try to turn momentum back to their favor, especially a reset here in the goal. They need to find a KO, and they need to find it fast.
Right, a little bit of a mind control trick there. I'm slipping it right behind the Mako secondary. Very nice. And here I'm looking at the things that these players have stacked up. We've got 3 orbs on Liari, 3 orbs on Megaverse, and 2 Rampage stacks. And an insane. Oh, Scyther 12. Going a little nuclear on the enemy side right now. Oh my god.
Well, it doesn't matter, though. Working against both a Mako and an Asher is rather difficult, but finally will thread the needle down to the bottom corner. Well done by Scyther. Well done from Lilybunn and Liari, too, afterwards. Maintain some possession there and maintain their own energy bursts in the process. This is 2-0 up for Bunn Bonanza. They're looking to send us right back to a set 5.
Right, looking to keep this game going, take it, bring us to a game 3. And they're doing it 1 point at a time. Looking really good. They're just getting the barriers way faster than Showtime is, which is the exact opposite of what's been going on this game. And now that they're doing it, Showtime is completely on the back foot.
Oh.
And things are getting a little scary for them.
Last hit of the triple take, almost send that one a little bit too far forward. Liari, though, comes right in on the Rose Warp to earn the set for the Bunn Bonanza. We are right back to set 5. And they kind of found a little bit of their own footing there. We'll see whether or not they can opt into even more damage here. Not much on the board, all things considered. Might actually, I don't know. What does, okay. It goes into the peak performance here, but that means probably aerials here for Zay, right? Or explosive interest? No, just takes the raw speed. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, down. And it might as well just be fast when you don't have flow state. You know, but wow, bulk up going to Lilybunn. Doesn't have any other stagger awakenings, but still just raw power. And this Finny is doing a lot of damage in set 5. A little strong. Megaverse picking up hot shots, really nice. It just more at Mako with CDs, really good. You cannot argue against that. Joker's getting beat up out there. Is a dangerous fight, and Scyther 12 is just putting on so much damage. He is such a powerful man.
It feels like the damage is finally online here for the Bunn Bonanza. Joker still low, finally will get sent away. Triple take saves the barrier here as well for Lilybunn. There's the misdirection comes in, stuns Megaverse, who can't find the save on the barrier. Zay, fight against the world, fate of the universe. Seems like it's on the line right now, but the flow state's going to run out all the same. Piercing shot, Liari forward, crystallized thorns, picked up by Megaverse all the same. Won't matter for now. Liari looking to get this one back up to Scyther. There is the X Maximus though. Scyther finds another KO on a 6 KO streak, but the energy burst won't find the core. Liari and Lilybunn both close to their own energy burst. Megaverse does have his as well. Won't use it there. No, does use it there after it goes by. And 2 goals away right now with the Bunn Bonanza from sending us to a game 3.
Yeah, what was once Showtime's entirely their game, just running away with it. Now it's looking super Bunn favored. They are just winning every point faster than Showtime, and with 2 like heavy core control comps, that's what you do. That being said, Bunn's not running a heavy core control comp. They have Finny Goalie, who's just putting on a ton of damage. Like Zay Forever is so low. He's got an X on top of him. It's so scary. He's almost dead. Someone save him.
Someone save him. The poor little Octavia sitting in the middle. Nope, never mind. You're going to get taken care of by the Rose Warp. Barrier falls yet again. Lilybunn forward, feeling pretty comfortable right now. Has the energy burst, walks all the way up. Triple take doesn't come out in time. So a goal barrier will fall in the process. Megaverse, though, incredibly low on stagger. Could be getting KO next. Zay has to drop back. Meanwhile, the core back on the other side of the pitch. Its snare drums won't connect with anything. Bull Rush comes through. There's the KO finally onto Megaverse. As Scyther is able to find the bell ringer, and he'll send it home. Game point for the Bunn Bonanza.
Yeah, that's Megaverse's orbs all gone. Completely wiped away, which is really big for Bunn and pretty crushing for Showtime here. Something else I've noticed is that Joker has Catalyst. You know, great. Hard to kill someone with Catalyst, but with this Finny debuff and all the damage that's coming out, then Bunn's game plan is to just like blow someone up immediately. And yep. Catalyst helps against like long-term damage. So Joker sometimes just dies. Zay Forever sometimes just explodes. Look at him. Tiny Octavia. 2 HP in a dream.
You can't run forever from the Bunn Bonanza. They will take game 2 and send us on to an Atlas Lab decider. beautifully executed as the game went on. It felt like, again, in that last one, there were opportunities for Showtime to start to run away from things. But as a matter of fact, Bonanza comes back, resets, identifies the fact that what was working for them early was finding a KO here or there, and doubles down onto it. Liari picks up Stinger. You see Lilybunn actually picked up a heavy impact incredibly early, then bulk up in one of those later drafts. And Scyther continues to have the size, so the Bull Rush and the Bell Ringer are nearly impossible to escape. Beautifully done for the Bonanza to modify their style ever so slightly, while also having the tools to do so thanks to picking up something like that Finny goalie in the draft early on, a look that you might have been able to expect, right? Lilybunn known to play this Finny every once in a while, but stylistically didn't exactly make sense. Doesn't matter. Beautifully executed all the same from them. And I am incredibly excited to see what Atlas's Lab has in store in us for our final match of the day.
Yeah, Bunn showing up here, flexing their flexibility just a little bit. And like looking at the stats, Lilybunn did almost 32k damage. Scyther 12 did 39k damage. A lot coming out. 11 KOs for Bunn overall. Whereas Joker out here doing 43k damage and getting 4 KOs, the only ones for Showtime. Doing his best in the KO department, but unfortunately the coordination coming out from Bunn just a little bit stronger, and they were able to capitalize, especially with that Pummeler's X, which is just crazy, is that they were running Pummeler's X, but that guy was moving fast a lot of the time, because a lot of the time they killed someone and were just getting free movement speed off it.
The other thing too, more notable in that last one, was the pivot around what all was happening, right? Talked a little bit more about that. But Lilybunn also getting involved, especially with that debuff coming out on the triple take, and then able to pile extra damage on top of things. Meanwhile, Megaverse gets to speed his teammates up slightly, when in reality, the Octavia is going to be able to have plenty of speed to begin with, picks up more and more speed as things goes on. So really, the little bit of extra speed you get from the Mako in the back on the drum and bass probably doesn't actually make that large of a difference. And then Joker didn't quite have the ability to have the speed either. So in reality, this Mako now is sitting in the goal box, barely able to buff your teammates as that goes along. And then additionally, doesn't have the mobility to get involved in the front lines either, right? Doesn't have extra damage or something to keep that pressure online. Didn't come through with that there. And one of the weaknesses potentially of the Mako there as well. But now we're getting in a draft here. Quick strike start on Atlas's Lab, or Ponder, of course, is the other one, but I can't imagine many of our strikers will be going for that. It is Showtime picking on the blue side here.
Hey, I don't know. Orbs have been on the come up, and Orb Ponder on Atlab is a little scary, because that's a lot of CDs for everyone to kill each other faster with. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a full Quick Strike lobby, a full Orb Ponderer lobby, some blend of the two. I guess those are only 3 options. So, we covered all the bases. I wouldn't be surprised if something happened. Hey. But they're both really strong awakenings that are... I can see either team opting into either of them. 2 different playstyles, one for when you want to core control, and one for when you want to not core control and get an ace and win.
Well, I have bad news. I think both teams are looking for core control. If game 1 was any indicator. Of course, game 2 was a slightly different look for the Bonanza. We'll see whether or not they opt to go for a similar look here. It'd be interesting to see whether or not that Finny gets picked up again, because I think that was a critical part of it. And also could depend, right, on what options there are in terms of this Rasmus, right? Megaverse is probably going to be forced to pick into it on the first pick here, assuming that they don't ban it. No, they'll just ban it outright. So we're not going to see that at all for another one this time around. And again, that does shrink the brawler pool here a little bit. Oh, the X gets banned away here as well. So brawlers continuing to get banned away. First pick here is the Estelle for Zay, away from Liari.
Yeah, very good pick. Actually, I like that a lot. I don't know what Liari's going to opt into on this. Maybe a Kai who's played it on this map before. Maybe a Juno, known for that pick. But very interesting. The X ban is kind of crazy because here. Oh wait, hold on. I'm misinterpreting the graphic. Asher has been denied from Joker, and so now the brawler pool is kind of getting pinched out here. Not a lot of options. I think also X is one of the best Orb Ponderer users. You go there, you park yourself right on top of the enemy goalie, you take their orbs, and you continue to beat them up, kind of thing. So that guy being off the table makes a lot of sense.
Kai picked up here, coming through, likely. Actually, Kai probably for Megaverse here. Actually, which that's a treat. That's a throwback. Whoa, everybody. That's right. Megaverse on Kai. The Zentaro gets picked up, and then the Now comes through here. So I don't know if Scyther has a game on Asher in the North American Strikers League. I don't think he does. So it'll be interesting to watch him play this one. Of course, don't expect him to have that much difficulty with it, but we'll see what comes out here. Interesting stuff, both sides. Also worth noting that Lilybunn going back for that Dubu, a pick that she often really enjoys, especially in terms of this melee goalie style and just holding it down. That was critical for a lot of Bunn Bonanza's games last season. We'll see whether or not the reprise here will end up coming through.
Yeah, always big fan of seeing Lilybunn on Dubu. The other option is Dubu forward, and then we see her on Asher, which, would be exciting. Be really fun. Probably not going to happen, but, hey, I'm down is all I'm saying. But, yeah, and then we see a Now pick for Liari, which is really nice. I'm very excited to see the Kai Godfather back on the sticks, return to form, etc. And I just really favor the Showtime comp a lot. It's a pretty standard, like, this is a good comp kind of thing. It's got your Zentaro, it's got your Estelle, and then a Kai to hold it down, run up on occasion. And I think Bunn's comp is a little bit easier because you have Asher, who just, like, puts it in and wins, and Now, who also just, like, wins interactions and gets it to the Asher to put it in and win. And so, but they're very, very susceptible to getting KO'd. Like, Now can heal, but what if you kill Now and then just start picking apart these two other slow characters? Like, I think things are going to heat up later in the game. Right now, though, we see one berry go down a piece, and things going pretty slow, pretty chill for a little bit.
You mentioned things heating up later on in the game. Well, expect them to, because both of our last games have gone the distance. One would expect this one to as well. Joker, the only player opting for Orb Ponderer here. Everyone else picking up those quick strikes. Likely to throw out a couple of extra cooldowns here. Liari, though, incredibly low early. Does have that lifeline. Finally comes online. Ticking over to level 2. Joker able to find the barrier on the other side. Has an energy burst here. There's the Tofu Fortress. Comes out, but leaves an opening for the core flip, which will go through here.
Yeah, I really... I haven't seen Joker on Zentaro in a long time. I miss it. He's so good at the pick, and I think Orb Ponderer is also just really well used by Zentaro. This guy, he having low CDs and really good moves to just start throwing out and picking people apart. And so, look, he's just running off. He's on this little orb quest. Definitely a different way to play, but I think very exciting. And now he's got a bunch of CDs to just dice up those barriers. Zay forever with the core flip to get the other one. And Showtime's looking really good right now. Broadway-esque.
Broadway-esque, but the core will get around Megaverse once. Here's the energy burst out of Scyther. Fadeaway shot. Gets blocked by Megaverse even still. And we'll come through here Scyther now looking, almost steps forward. Fast Litter comes up just a little bit short. Liori low on Stagger, has the lifeline. She's trying to heal back up, and will be able to do so. Gets back up to half. Corner shot almost goes through, but it bounces it away such that Megaverse can collect and keep it out. Joker, there's another burst, and there's another goal. Seems like that's the game plan right now. Once more, just wait for Joker to have energy burst, and he'll be able to core flip into the net somehow. He'll figure it out one way or the other.
Yeah, he'll get it. Interesting thing in the call before going into games, people were talking about, you know, hey, who's really good at using core flip? And it was in the Bang Bang versus Lob City game, because Fudgy Waffles hit a good core flip, and that guy's good at hitting core flips. You know who else is? First person to get mentioned, and only other person to get mentioned, is TheJoker, who is just really, really good at sealing it up with his core flips. We've seen it for 2 points in a row. Oh, and we've seen Scyther 12 just get assassinated by the Giga Blast here. Oh my god.
Full commit for the Bunn on Bonanza. Liori was looking for the goal, but couldn't find it there. Now Lilybunn tries to join the party. Will be able to save it there on the Summer Assault, but no, barrier will finally fall. Liori once again looking to take it herself. There's the proximity drone out. Mega Burst, Energy Burst over to Zay, also uses his own, looking for the corner, but Lily is there. Now another burst out for Joker. This time won't score just yet, but Zay comes in with the Crystallized Thorns on the cross clear. Well done there to be in the right place at the right time and utilize that ability to get that one in. Joker credited with set MVP, and Showtime off to a quick 3-0 start.
Yeah, Showtime looking really good that first set, and not a whole lot of like Zentaro Super Biss coming out here. Wouldn't be surprised to see some Peak, some Primetime, Aerials, all just like nice awakenings for the character. But looks like, yeah, blocking in that Peak, going for speed, Primetime going to Megaverse. That guy has 2 barrages. Assembling the Beta Kai build. If we can see some rapid fire and some hot shot, and then quick strikes is just like Beta Strike CD, and he's back. And he's back.
And he's back. I think Saya just looked. Striker Saturday #1 was the debut, I think, or close to, of the Megaverse Kai in the goal box, and was something that really got him up to fame early on in beta. Something that not a lot of players could do at that time was play a ranged goalie such as the Kai in the box, and Megaverse was one of the best, helping the team out and getting offensive in more ways than one, keeping the core well away from the goal box in the first place. Of course, consistent opponents at that time could have been along the lines of TheJoker playing quite frequently back then, Liori to some extent playing then as well. And then you see the rest of the new blood starting to come in here, right? We've got players now like Zay, Scyther, Lily, all coming through. A mix of both old and new here in this game. But right now, it's all Showtime, off to an incredible opening act and looking to try to keep up that momentum as Joker using that energy burst early to try to see if he can come away with a cheeky barrier.
Yeah, we are definitely watching a show right now. Act 3 out in full force right now. Here's where the conclusion's going to happen. Climax of the story. And now it's looking incredibly Showtime favored right now. Like, Scyther 12 is low, has a core flip. They're up a point and up a set. Like, I don't know. It's looking really good. Megaverse is just kind of skating. He ran up and scored the last point. Things are looking really good. Bun's going to have to take one of those. A good core flip on the barrier to start bringing it back.
We'll be able to find it there. Now Liori back up to Scyther. Here's the dribbling play. Barrage already used. Scyther will be able to sneak it past Megaverse. Able to find the goal there. Worth saying, of course, as I go on my beta reminiscing thing. Yes, folks, I was around for beta. Okay. I've been casting for a while, too. Back at that point, Joker was very frequently playing the Asher as well. So, of course, didn't get that pick this time around. This time it is Scyther. But now, look at this. Lilybunn, get in there! Has the energy burst. And he'll use it for the goal. set point now to the Bunn Bonanza, looking to equalize things incredibly quickly.
Yeah, hey, just when I said, guys, Showtime's looking pretty good, I think. Things are nice. They're winning their points. Doom, immediately. And they have started losing. And Scyther 12 is skating all over them. Was able to pick up Might of Colossus last set, which means it guy's 15% bigger and is going to be putting out a lot of damage. And is really scary, in later drafts. It's going to be a big problem because, like, there's not really anyone on the side of Showtime that wants to deny size. Nobody feels bad denying size, but, when there are better picks, it kind of sucks. But, like, Scyther 12 is really large, little in charge, putting in some work right now, putting it in, knocking on death's door, says, hold up, I've got one more in me before I lay down, and takes the set, tying it up 1-1 right now in this game 3.
He just walked around, got pinballed around for a little bit, then finally, at the last possible moment where he could use Energy Burst, the core gets to him, and he's able to slip it past Megaverse behind his barrage. Gets rewarded here with the bulk up, even more extra power coming through on this Asher. Twin Drive is what Megaverse will actually end up selecting here. I would have thought the missile propulsion for more beta build, but no, opting into the Twin Drive, which actually probably was used in beta too. Anyway, rest of this comes through. You see the Monumentalist deny here as well onto Joker. Unfortunate for him that he won't get to utilize one of those awakenings, but even still something that you really don't want to see Liari pick up.
I was really hoping for the missile prop for the full beta experience.
Full beta experience, yeah.
Yeah, really going down memory lane here. Old people posting, but yeah, a lot of another good awakening draft. I think that 1-2 punch on Lilybunn is really scary. You don't look at Dubu and say that's a scary 1-2 punch character, but core speed, especially a team player, is always scary. You know what else is? This Asher with a ton of power, 170 power, guys, guys, and quick strikes to just dribble it up right there and put it in. This Asher is looking a little weak right now.
Off the gravity well, even. Lifeline comes in, keeping Scyther alive for now. And worth noting here, of course, right, that Joker still doesn't have a dash awakening. It's set 3 now, and the Centauro yet to pick up one of those, and they're slowly starting to get taken away. The aerials, of course, gone as of the last set. Here's a KO, though. Potential opportunity for Showtime to come away with this one. There's one barrier, but it gets past Megaverse. They are looking to try to keep this one forward. Kill for a little bit more time. Scyther back on the respawn now. We'll collect the orb and make sure the Joker won't get any more for now. But, of course, he's already at 5 stacks. There's the barrier taken away. Off the gravity well now. Nice drone from Liari. Pressure applied to Megaverse. He's got the energy burst, though, to send it away. Now Zay looking for the Rose Warp and Piercing Shot combination. Won't be able to find it there. There's a pass splitter out from Scyther. Keeps control of the core. Barrage interrupts the energy burst there. Back up to the top side. Zay, beautiful piercing shot to keep that one up there and surprise Lilybunn after that strike away.
Yeah, insane shot. Oh, one of those, like, when people aim for that wall right there, you see it and you're like, oh, that's a dribble, that's not, that's not something to be worried about. And then it goes in. And then you say, no, hold on. It's a great angle to go for. And I remember when people started doing it originally, people definitely still do it a lot, but not as often as I would expect. And, a little bit of Sad Boys action. As Megaverse pushes it through, the core flip almost good to get it. But at the 12's core flip, we're putting it in, and again, this guy is putting on a little bit of performance on the Asher. Wow.
It's good through the wickets and finds the cap between both Zay and Megaverse. Joker still can't quite have the presence that he'd like. Luckily, of course, there will be another set after this, but even still, Bunn Bonanza looking to run away with this. Lilybunn flying right back in there, rolls in on the somersault and takes care of the goal. You don't expect the Dubu to come flying out of the goal box, but when he does, It's a scary sight. Bunn Bonanza one set away here from taking this victory, which, by the way, might I remind you, could have incredibly important playoff implications as we get later on into the season, because these two teams are going to be neck and neck most likely, maybe for some of those last couple playoff spots that could be on the line. And Scyther comes away with his draft picking up Rampage, Yoshi.
That's terrifying. That's so much more power. This guy's so big and strong and scary, and he's just gonna show up, standing in front of Megaverse menacingly, and just like, boom, primary. I win, and that's it's gonna be really hard to deal with. That being said, Megaverse has Twin Drive and Chrono Boost, which is going to be very nice for just covering space, getting in there, and playing a little bit of midfield. Trying to push up, kind of like Lilybunn's been doing. And hey, the Showtime defense is a bit of a movie. Sometimes you see this barrier and say, that's gone. Like a valiant effort, but that one's going, and then it doesn't. And then a little bit of voodoo later, and the barrier is still up. And oh my god, both barriers down for Bunn now. Showtime is looking to win this set. They do not want to lose.
Megaverse flying. Won't be able to find much of anything more after it, but that Chrono Boost pickup's going to be huge on this Kai. One of the things, of course, the eject button, not exactly used all the time in beta, but Lilybunn finds a shot on the 1-2 punch. Extra core speed, able to send that one towards the net. 2 goals away now for the Bunn Bonanza.
Yep, we see Showtime alternating on kickoff. Not wanting to go through that. We see Joker pick up Stinger, which I would expect to be a little bit more useful, but Scyther 12 has 2100 stagger, which, it is percentage of health, but you still have to get through all the rest of that health, and when he's doing that, it's a little hard to get through to him. And yeah,
Energy
I don't know,
burst.
Joker has to try and kill Liari here. Oh, pass!
Pass.
Pass to me!
Zay impersonating Joker a little bit. Knowers know that Westboard rule. Nonetheless, Megaverse gets in there. Energy burst utilized from Lilybunn, and Mega can't get back in time on the eject button. Zay gonna hold it down in the box though for a little while longer. Liari looking for her own drone, can't find it there. Now Tritz trying to get it back up to Scyther, but Scyther's gonna be able to find the KO against Mega. Trying to play the penalty kill here now. Both Zay and Joker. Liari looking for Scyther. Zay interrupts this time. Looking for something here. Beautiful pass around the gravity well. It finds Scyther threading the needle, and we are on match point for Bunn Bonanza.
Yep. If ever there was a time for Showtime to pull up and come back from an insane deficit like they have been pretty constantly this whole series, it's right now. It has to be now. And they're holding on so far. Getting a ton of damage onto Scyther 12 here. Could be the win condition.
Looking now to find this KO. Haven't been able to find it yet. Now, Liari going to heal Scyther right back up with 2 abilities. Back to full is this Asher. So many resources pumped in to that one striker. And yet, it's still not enough. Joker still looking for the KO. Doesn't have the knockback in order to do just that. Scyther back to low, but Liari's probably going to be back to heal pretty soon. There's Scyther now, finally staggered, sent away, has to walk back for the orb. Piercing shot will connect, but it won't do much of anything else. Scyther now back healing, and Liari's going to come up with a core flip. There's the last goal barrier that they need. Just walking forward here. Drone comes up just a little bit shy. Scyther looks for it. Megaverse has the energy burst and send it away. Here's Lilybunn, almost is able to find it there. Scyther now forward again, but it's Liari who will put it home. The Bonanza continues for this squad as they will pick up another victory here and try to cement themselves a spot in playoffs later on, showing the Bonanza has gone nowhere.
Absolutely. We are just weaving the core right behind Zay Forever and Megaverse. And as the curtain draws on this crazy series, Bunn pulling ahead here is really big. Like you said, for playoff implications, both these teams going to be contending, and both walking into this series 1-1. I think a lot of people would expect a 2-0 or, something else. And obviously, it's still early in the season. There are a lot of matches left to be played, but, being able to pull ahead when you're tied here is really nice. It feels good, especially against another team that you might be going head-to-head with. Bunn pulling ahead, getting that 2-1 right here. Showtime going 1-2, but definitely not going anywhere. Putting on an exceptional performance today, and, despite the loss, did have a sub, and have 6 more weeks. Keep working and make something happen. And both teams played so well.
Yeah.
It just a couple immaculate games to seal the day. Always nice to see.